Who are you going to call when your husband's car broke down on the interstate and before you could get there to help, he's struck by another driver, leaving you a widow? Well, this is one of the saddest cases you can get involved in as an attorney, representing a widow or orphans in a wrongful death case. This case started off, or we got involved in this case because the insurance company of the other driver that struck the husband denied the claim. They refused to pay the widow who needed security, needed comfort, needed help in the worst time of her life. They denied the claim. And the reason they denied it is because they said a portion of our client's vehicle was actually in the roadway, and they put fault on him. Interestingly, in Alabama, if an insurance company can prove that, they don't have to pay a claim. Alabama has a very harsh law called contributory negligence, which means if the victim is even 1% at fault, the defendant or their insurance company doesn't have to pay anything. In this case, we found out that the deceased didn't put his car there, didn't park his car there intentionally. Our investigation revealed that his vehicle suffered a sudden and immediate loss of fuel due to a bad fuel pump. So this poor victim was not in a situation that he willingly placed himself into. He tried the best he could to get his vehicle off the roadway, turned on his hazards, called 911, called his family to come help. And in the moments before family or law enforcement could get there, another driver who was not paying attention, who was recklessly driving down the road, crashed right into the back of him, left that man's spouse a widow. Significantly, as a result of that investigation, the insurance company, not surprisingly, changed their tune. They told our client, oh, here, let's go ahead and pay you the policy to the widow, the policy that insured that vehicle, which was a significant, substantial amount of money. However, when they did that, they acted like that's all there was. In some cases, you need an attorney who will go the extra mile, do the extra work to look under every rock, to find out what is really there. Because you know what? In this case, we discovered that the insurance company didn't tell us about a multi-million-dollar umbrella policy that also existed, that they were keeping from us, that they were keeping from the widow. They don't tell you the evidence. They don't just hand it over to you in these cases. As a law firm, you have to ask the questions. You've got to pursue the case. You've got to turn over every rock. And in that case, it resulted in millions more for our client. Now, I want to be really clear on this one. No amount of money can replace the loss of a loved one. But a grieving family, they need help. They need compassion. They need financial security. In a case like this, we were able to get that for that sweet widow.